Hey guys, this is Jam of JamOnline.ph and welcome back to my channel, and today we're gonna unbox and take a closer look at the Samsung Galaxy M51. So the M series is the online exclusive smartphone series of Samsung, and they have this latest smartphone which is available today. If you're watching this, it's available right now for 19,990 pesos. This one is really interesting because we got here a powerful processor inside the Snapdragon 730G, and we got here some interesting specs. And knowing Samsung, some people might think, okay, mahal yan, okay, medyo expensive yan. Actually, no, the M51 is actually a decent smartphone for its price. At 20,000 pesos, you're getting a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED Plus display, which is probably one of the best display, the Super AMOLED from Samsung. We got here Snapdragon 730G processor. We got here 8 gigs of RAM. We got here a quad camera setup headlined by 64 megapixel main camera, and we got here a large 7,000 milliamp hours of battery. Actually, the smartphone does have a lot of similarities to this one, the Samsung Galaxy A71 that we have reviewed before. Sobrang natuwa ko dito. I'm really happy with what we have experienced dito sa Samsung Galaxy A71. We've used the smartphone during our trip to San Francisco earlier this February, and we love it. We love the camera, we love the performance, we love the battery. And this one, the M51, almost similar sila, not just in terms of design, but also when it comes to specifications. Okay, so ano bang inaantay natin? So let's unbox and let's take a closer look at the Samsung Galaxy M51. Hindi tayo magaling magtanggal ng sticker. Nasisira lagi natin yung sticker, unfortunately. Okay. Time to unbox this baby. Time to unbox. We got here the main features of the smartphone. Oh, wow. I got the white one, and wow, it's beautiful. It's the Infinity O display, the quad camera setup, the 7,000 mAh of battery. Hindi pa nila nilagay dito yung Snapdragon 730G, which is probably my favorite mid-range processor available right now in the market. 7,000 mAh of battery means that the smartphone is thick, and I mean thick with a lot of C. Thick. So while we're setting this one up, let's check out the other things that comes inside the box. So we got here a earphones, an earphones 3.5mm headphone jack, and yes, we got here a headphone jack on the Samsung Galaxy M51. We also oh wow, okay, so we got here a USB-C to USB-C cable. Yes, that's USB-C to USB-C cable on the smartphone, because the smartphone supports 25 watts fast charging. Sana yung charger natin ganun din. So let's see. So we got here the Samsung super fast charger, and yes, it does support 25 watts fast charging. Okay, nasold ako doon. Okay yung specs, okay yung charger. But we need to consider that the smartphone comes with a 7,000 milliamp hours of battery, and marami tayong pag-uusapan dito sa baby na to. 25 watts of charging, hindi pa natin alam kung paano siya katagal mag-charge from 0 to 100%. Now, nagsiset up na muna tayo, then tignan natin kung ano ba meron sa smartphone na to. So I've set up the Samsung Galaxy M51. So as you can see here, I got the white version. It is actually really clean looking na color. So it's white, yes, does attract a lot of fingerprints. It's glass-thick at the back. You can feel that at the back of the smartphone. It isn't the best feel that you can get on a glass-thick, but it's okay for me. We're getting here a 20,000 pesos smartphone, not a flagship one. But yeah, some smartphones naman at 20,000, they're getting a lot better. But yeah, for me, I'm still okay with that. But you can expect plastic or glass stick at the back. But you can see in here that the smartphone is actually quite thick. Yes, it is thick. Sinabi ko nga kanina, thick with a lot of C. So, this one is, meron siyang dimensions na up to 9.5 millimeters thick, so it's not that thin. But thankfully, compared to the Samsung Galaxy A71 na may protruding camera over here, yes, that's a protruding camera. This one doesn't have a protruding camera na, so kapantay lang nung body niya yung camera. So it's refreshing to see a smartphone that doesn't have a large protruding camera module at the back. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the camera of the smartphone later. So again, it's glass stick at the back. It's clean looking at the side. It's still made up of plastic. On the right, we got here the volume button, volume rocker, and also the power button. So the power buttons also serves as the side fingerprint scanner of the smartphone. Unfortunately, there's no in-display fingerprint scanner on this one. So yeah, the Samsung Galaxy A71 wins on that one. We got here an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is a lot better for me aesthetically. But yeah, I think it's faster to have a side fingerprint, but almost unnoticeable na naman siya in this generation. And yeah, it's still fine with me that we're getting here a side fingerprint. I mean, just to have the cost cutting for Samsung, it's fine as long as we can get these specifications. So speaking of specifications, we got here a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED Plus Infinity O display. It's only at 60 Hz, so don't expect a 120 Hz display on this one. So it's still fine with me na ganito lang yung display natin. But the colors in here is really great. It's really good. The viewing angles are great. The Super AMOLED Plus panel is excellent. It's excellent for its price range. Even beating some, I don't think it can beat some mid-range or some flagship smartphones, but the Super AMOLED Plus panel of this one is really good. It's excellent. It's one of the best things about Samsung smartphones. They really have a good, no, not good, excellent displays on their smartphones. Okay, so I mentioned the power button with the side fingerprint scanner. Below, we got here the USB-C and also the headphone jack. Yes, we still got here a headphone jack like I mentioned earlier, and the USB-C supports 25 watts fast charging. So yes, that's a plus for me that we got here a 25 watts fast charger. Of course, if we're getting a large battery on a smartphone, you can also expect a heavier na weight dito. This one is actually reasonable for me at 213 grams, 7,000 mAh of battery. I don't think magkakameron ako ng problema. I still enjoy using this one. Hindi siya ganun kabigat na makakapagod siya hawakan na matagal even when playing games. I don't think you'll have a problem with this one. This one is actually decent enough. Decent naman yung size niya, and I think yung thickness niya para lang kayo may case. Although wala siya kasamang case. So yeah, probably magki-case kayo. But yeah, for me, I can still use it with one hand and hindi ako magkakaproblema with the Samsung Galaxy M51. So on the front, we got here the 32 megapixel selfie camera, and I think medyo malaki yung kanyang punch hole dito sa unahan. Almost similar lang naman siya with A71. And we got here some thin bezels on the side, thin bezels below. So yeah, for a mid-range smartphone, okay ako dito. And again, the panel is just really, really great. Software-wise, this one is running on One UI with Android 10. Yes, I do not have a problem on that one. So actually, I'm gonna show you that this is the One UI. On the settings, this one is pretty clean to look at. Maganda siya tignan, very user-friendly. And yeah, despite yung mga heavy customizations ni One UI, I'm still familiar with this one. Every Android user will still be familiar with this one kasi easy siya sa mata. The UI is just really good for One UI. I'm not sure why there are haters on the One UI. They've improved a lot over the years, and so far, I really enjoy using the Galaxy M51's One UI. And again, we got here a decent storage naman dito sa smartphone na to. So we got here an 8 gigs of RAM with 128 gigs of internal storage. And yes, again, it's running on Android 10 with One UI 2.1. So on the software side, we got here everything that you need. Of course, meron siya mga kasamang pre-installed applications. We got here the Microsoft Office applications. We also got here, syempre, Google applications, Samsung applications, such as the Samsung Members, the Galaxy Store, the AR Zone, where you could do a lot of, things na gusto nyo maglagay ng mga effects pag nagsiselfie kayo and everything. Of course, nandito yung mga pre-installed na other applications like the Samsung Global Goals, 321, and Lazada. So you've seen the hardware, you've seen the software of the smartphone. So you've seen the hardware, you've seen the software. So how does it stack up when it comes to the camera of the smartphone? So you can see in here the camera application of the Samsung Galaxy M51, and of course it does come with photo, video, single take mode, which is featured introduced earlier. And then of course we also got here the super slow-mo, and for the video recording, this one can record videos at up to 4K. So speaking of the rear camera of the smartphone, we got here a 5 megapixel depth camera sa taas. In the middle, we got here the 64 megapixel main camera, and below the 64 megapixel main camera, we got here an ultra wide camera, and of course meron tayong macro camera. The camera layout of the Samsung Galaxy M51 might be similar to the A71, but according to their website, the depth sensor of the A71 got an f2.2 aperture, while the Samsung Galaxy M51 got an f2.4 aperture for the depth sensor. So how about checking out the camera samples that we got using the Samsung Galaxy M51? So you've seen the camera samples that I took using the Samsung Galaxy M51. So yes, there's a pinkish tone in some of the shots that I took. It's not as sharp as the A71, but still fine with me. Okay pa rin ako sa quality niya for 20,000 pesos smartphone, but nag-expect lang ako na almost similar na quality that we can expect on the Samsung Galaxy A71. But yeah, the M51 is still great. We got your large battery, we got your nice display and everything. So yeah, the camera is not great, but it's a fine camera for 20,000 pesos smartphone. So overall, I did like the Samsung Galaxy M51. I believe this is my most favorite M series na smartphone na in-unbox ko from Samsung. And it's really interesting because not only we got here a nice Super AMOLED Plus display. I'm a fan of the Super AMOLED Plus display, 6.7 inch. Kulang lang ng mataas na refresh rate, but yeah, I'm still fine with it. Although meron tayong malaking in-display selfie camera sa unahan, the battery is 7,000 milliamp hours of battery. That's really large. I'm really interested to benchmark that one, to test it out on PCMark combined with the 730G octa-core processor of the smartphone, which is known to have a good power efficiency, and of course, decent naman yung other specifications. Medyo makapal lang din siya for 2020 na smartphone, but the M51 does have a large battery again. So, medyo understandable na ganito yung kanyang body or yung kanyang dimensions kasi nga malaki yung battery niya. And it's an overall okay naman siya for a Samsung smartphone. Very decent yung specifications niya. I'm actually surprised that this one does have a decent specifications for 20,000 pesos smartphone. Really interesting. Really interesting for 20,000 pesos smartphone. So yeah guys, that's it for our unboxing and hands-on of the Samsung Galaxy M51. So if you like this video, don't forget to give us thumbs up. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, now is the time to subscribe. So be sure to click that subscribe button along with that bell button to get notified of the latest videos here at my YouTube channel. So once again, I am Jam of jamonline.ph. Thank you for watching and see you guys again on my next video.